Hello, it's Annette Green here with Graphic 45, and I'm standing in front of my bookcase where I put my scrapbook albums, and it is full. It is over. This has got to end. I don't have any more room. I have a small house. I have this one bookshelf for albums, and as you can see, I'm starting to stack things up there because they're not fitting here, and I've got to get away from the whole one album for each year of my life because I'm just gonna take over the whole house. So this isn't working anymore. I'm getting away from 12 by 12. I'm just don't have enough time for it either, like the rest of you. So I'm gonna show you a couple of ideas to make that go a little better for you. Okay, so the trend, I guess, is pocket pages, right? And I like the idea a lot. So I went to the store, and rather than buying the big 12 by 12 pocket pages, because I had some of those and I'm trying to get away from the big album thing, I did find this little basic gray album, and I found some sheets that go in here, and they're all different as far as their configuration. Some have a 4 by 6 and 3 by 4s and all that, and some have larger spaces. So that's pretty cool. So that's a starting point. And then I also found Bo Bunny has a pack, and I believe these are 4 by 6s. Maybe there's, no, these are all 4 by 6s here in the horizontal. So those fit in the same little binder, which is cool. And then I went to my local Office Depot and I found these Avery ones, and these are just, one whole sheet, because sometimes you need that. So rather than do an album for a year, I'm just going to do sort of like a project life thing, where if I snap photos, I'll print them out real quick and I'll put them in my little book, and it won't be momentous occasions all the time or trips or whatever. It'll just be like daily life, and I might fill that one binder you just saw with 5 years worth of stuff. That's my goal anyway. Okay, so I don't know if you know about it yet, but a new product that Graphic 45 has that's out is, well, of course, this is raining cats and dogs here. It's the 4 by 6 and 3 by 4 packs of journaling and ephemera cards. Okay, so depending on the paper pack, it'll have a coordinating pack of ephemera cards. So this is raining cats and dogs. So you have all these great double-sided little cards. They're, like instant journaling kind of cards. They're already cut and sized just like this. There's all different ones in here. Some have dogs, some have cats. They all have a print of some kind on the back. So there's the 3 by 4s, and there's a bunch of 4 by 6s. There's 2 of each design here. So like lots of them in here. So honestly, when I did my little project for today to share with you, I didn't use any paper at all. I used just the ephemera cards and my photos, and the only piece of paper that I used was a teeny little piece from the 8 by 8 paper pad. And I'll talk about that more in a minute, because Graphic 45 is doing something new that's really cool in their paper pads, but I'll get to that in a minute. But this is the only piece of paper that I used for my layout. I used all ephemera cards and photos. Oh, and I also incorporated, as you can see, just used one pack of the Raining Cats and Dogs banners, double-sided cardstock. Okay, so let me take you into some more details here. Now, I don't know if a lot of people do it this way or not. I know a lot of people, they upload their pictures to Walgreens, Walmart, someplace where they're going to get their photos sent to them, or they go back out and pick them up later or whatever. I like to have the control over editing my own photos, changing them to black and white, and I feel like I'm saving money if I do it this way, but maybe I'm not. You guys can tell me. I just gang them up on a piece of, on the screen in Photoshop. I gang up as many as I can fit on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and a lot of times I'll put them a lot closer together than this, but I knew this was all I would need today. And I get them just how I like them. I gang them up on a sheet, and I print out one sheet, and then I cut this all apart, and I'm done. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to upload anything, and I have total control over lightening things, and it's all in the comfort of my home. Okay, so here's the 8 by 8 paper pad I was talking about, and this is what's new, and I believe this is also going to be on the inside of the 12 by 12s. Graphic 45 has added these nice templates on the, the hard cardboard covers and the back cover. There's a little pie box there and some tags. So that's pretty cool. So I did that for, here's the pie box all cut out and ready to go. And as you can see, really pretty, because that's nice sturdy coated cardboard. You could just use that, but I'm going to use this as my little template, and I did that off of one of the ephemera cards. Okay, I traced out actually this one with the kitty cat. I'm just not a big cat person. I'm sorry. I love my dogs. But anyway, I laid it on there and I traced around that, and instead of wasting the little cat thing, I used that for my little tag, and I'll show you why I use that later. So here's a couple of ephemera cards I did use, and here's another one with cats on it. I flipped it over and I used the back side to kind of fill in back over here as just some background paper, so you can use the back side too. But I did have to trim these down because my little windows in my particular pages were only 3 by 3, which is fine, worked out good. I'll show you. Okay, and then another thing is there's this skinny little strip in my page protector here. So I used another cat card, journaling card, and I just cut a strip to fit back in there for decoration. Okay, as you can see, this first page I selected is one that has 6 3 by 3 squares, and I have just popped my little photos and ephemera cards in here, but I forgot to mention that I did use some cardstock. I used the Signature Series Coordinations cardstock, especially for Graphic 45. It matches their papers, so I hardly have to think. It just goes together so nicely. And so I just kind of mat my photos on there and pop them in the sleeves. And I'm almost done with this page already. This didn't take much time at all, right? So this last one that I'm going to pop in here, see I have all these in here now. This was one that I used the back side of the tag, and then I used my little traced tag, and I cut a little 5 out of that piece of paper I showed you earlier because Suki's 5 this year. And then I popped out a little circle from the banners pack, and I put a brad through it, and I'm going to pop that on there. And then I'm going to also from the pack, I grabbed this My Dog thing, and I'm going to pop that up with a little foam tape and put it on there, and that'll be my last piece for my page. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, and there my last piece is in there, and my page is done. I know there's a lot of glare, sorry. But that's it. And yes, I know I can put a whole bunch of stuff on the outside and add ribbons and buttons and stuff, but this is not about that. The whole purpose is to get it done quickly, convey what I want to convey, and keep it simple. It's not about being a masterpiece. So that page is done, and my second page has a little different configuration. It's got 3 by 4s here. It has a skinny strip and then a 4 by 6 here. So I popped in those photos, of course, with photo mats. I love this one of Suki. Look at that face. Anyway, so then I've got that skinny little space here. And what I didn't mention before is rather than just popping in a piece of paper, it looks kind of plain, right? So, I mean, you could do that and it could be done even quicker. However, I think that it would be nice to kind of go with the same feeling that we've been doing. And I mounted the piece onto a piece of black cardstock. And then, yes, you could just pop out some of these little guys and you could put that just right on there. If you wanted, you won't have to ink edges, you don't have to cut out cardstock, but it just looks kind of plain, don't you agree? So just take that extra few minutes. It doesn't take long. I used a 1 1/8 circle punch, which is just 1/8 bigger than the circles that are provided in the pack, and I cut a little coordinating cardstock circle to put behind it. I inked all the edges in black as I did on the other page, and now it's just a little bit nicer and dressier. So I'm going to pop that in there. Isn't that cute? And then finally, my very last piece is a big journaling card. I popped out some of the small banners and just glued those on after I inked their edges with black. Popped on some little brads there. Wrote a very quick little thing. I mean, it's just my dog. It's not like I got a lot to say. But I like this because the lady's riding a bicycle with the dog running alongside, and that's exactly what I do with Suki, and she loves it. And that's all I said, is she really likes to run alongside the bike. So I'm going to pop that in there carefully so I don't catch those brads, and it's done. 2-page layout, probably half an hour. Probably took the longest time maybe to select the photos and to size them the way I wanted them. And it's done. Very super easy. All right, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a try. Keep it simple. All right, take care.
See how the shadows and hands by the